Hey guys, what's up? Mike here with the second making of video for Argonaut 5. And just a few minutes ago, I finished the storyboards for the film. So the entire thing has been very, very crappily drawn by me. Starting from up here and going around the room all the way over to that wall above where I sit. Now the reason we decided to do this to have the cards pinned up on the wall so that we'd be able to kind of see the film visually. Like I'm kind of seeing it every day and night that I'm in here in my room working. Like I'm seeing the progression of the film. Helps me to visualize it in my head a little bit more. Rather than like drawing them on cards in like a notebook or something that would sit on a desk. It's like it's up in my view at all times. What I did was I kind of separated them by scenes here. So like every time there's a break, that's like where a scene changes. We have the first scene. I've listed out every shot number so that we know how many shots specifically are going to be in every scene. And that kind of helps us break it down to, hopefully when we're shooting, we know how many days this is going to take. Generally, except for maybe scene 4 and 2, because those are kind of longer. This has 25 shots, and that has 14 shots, but that has the most dialogue. These will probably take a full day in and of themselves to shoot, but we could probably get like this one, and that one done in one day. Anyways, knowing the number of shots in every scene helps you to understand how long it's going to take you to shoot that generally. Is it going to take 2 days, 1 day? So yeah, we've hopefully broken it down and organized it in such a way that we know exactly how long this is going to take to shoot. And I'm hoping it'll take somewhere between 5 and 6 days. So 1 week of shooting and it should be done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to take photos of every single one of these little cards that I've drawn, and I will then put them into Adobe Premiere and edit them into basically what will end up being hopefully the actual full pace of the film. So we get an idea of exactly how long this is going to be. And then I can release that video to everybody so that they can watch it and we can all get a sense for what we're dealing with here. We'll probably do another read-through of the script and do some revisions there and talk about these shots and what's going to work and maybe what won't work, because everything I'm seeing in my head might not actually be possible with our capabilities at this time. So that part of it's finally over. I think once we come out of Previz, we can actually start to get into the fun part, which is figuring out how this thing's going to be shot, getting our green screen set up, get the location and the lighting all down. We're working with a good friend of ours, Gabe, who's doing the 3D models, and so he'll be able to start sending those to us and we can start doing some practice shots to kind of like see exactly how this workflow is going to go. So it's exciting. So now that I've taken all the photos of the storyboards and I've brought them into Adobe Premiere and lined them up, now I'm going to do the first dramatic read-through of the script, where I'll try and read the lines the way that I want them to be performed. Now we haven't done casting yet, but I'm probably going to end up playing the lead character, so this works out pretty well. There's only 3 characters in the film altogether, so I'm just going to go ahead and read for all 3 of those parts, line it up with the stills, and we should have basically a complete film with the stick figure drawings that I've made. And what that's going to do is it's going to give us a sense for exactly how long the film's going to be, where the pace drags a little bit. We can make some final adjustments there and then really begin the process of getting down to shooting the thing. Now, the reason storyboards are important is obvious, because I have something in my head as the creator and the writer and the director of this film, but not everyone else can see what I'm seeing in my head. And since I am going to probably end up playing the lead character in the film, I'm not going to be behind the camera. So Case and Landon need to know the angles that I'm seeing in my head before we go into this, so that we can quickly kind of... Because, I mean, some of these scenes, I think it was scene 2 has like 25 shots in it. That's a really long day of shooting when you're going for like 25 shots. So in order to speed that process up and make the filming process not take absolutely forever when it doesn't have to, they need to be able to see what I'm saying. We don't storyboard very often, and the reason is pretty clear, because it takes a really long time. I mean, I wasn't exactly vigilant in drawing these storyboards every day, and I don't know how many I have up here. There's a lot of little cards, but I've probably been doing this for 2 months. And a lot of times you just want to get on to the fun part of making movies, which is shooting and doing the post-production. Previz is not exactly an exciting thing, but it is very important. And hopefully by doing this, the end product will come out looking the way I have seen it and kind of envisioned it in my head from the beginning. So yeah, let's get started with the recording.